In the entire universe of issues that pertain to the care, nurture, raising of infant children, in our own experience, we've discovered only one issue where our wives will defer to our opinion.
Circumcision. Own it.
Today's episode is brought to you by Baby Bjorn. You know, just look at the quality of the materials on this babysitter balance. These guys do not cut corners.
We were inspired to discuss this issue recently when we attended one of our really big celebrity appearances.
Yes, we were at the Metroplex Baby and Child Expo there, where, of course, we've been invited to be the celebrity judges of their world-famous diaper derby. You know, while we were there at the Metroplex Baby Expo, we came across a gentleman with some very strong opinions on the issue of circumcision.
You're Michael Smith and you're with Intact America, and you guys are all about preventing circumcision, right?
That's what we do all day.
So basically you're fighting for penises worldwide.
Penis rights.
Why? What are your biggest reasons to be opposed to circumcision?
Like we say in the garage, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
So the penis works perfectly without taking away the foreskin. What other reasons? I mean, so these guys are trying to make this tough decision. They're trying to say, hoodie up, hoodie down. You know, the wife really thinks they should. The dad's not so certain. And so you say, here, consider these things.
You want your kids to have it better than you had it. And why would you want them to have it worse? The foreskin is the most sensitive skin on a man's body. Why would you take that away from him?
You know, it's kind of awkward, just in general, to stand closer to the guy and talk about foreskins.
But you'd be amazed how receptive a lot of people are.
And do you feel like that fewer and fewer circumcisions are being performed in this country?
Oh, how I feel doesn't matter. It's dropping like a stone. I'm 44, and in just my lifetime, it's gone from 90% to 52%.
What do you think is sort of the deciding factor a lot of times for dads who decide that they do want their children to be circumcised?
A lot of them say that they want their son to look like them, or actually they project it onto the son and say, my son wants to look like me.
Do you think that's a valid reason to make a decision?
Oh, that's the worst reason. Whether you're intact or circumcised, your status has no bearing on your son's.
How many foreskins do you think you've saved?
I hope it's in the high hundreds, but you just never know what people are going to do on their own.
Michael from Intact America, thanks very much. Where can people get information from you guys when they're trying to make this tough decision for themselves?
Lots of sites out there have a lot of good information, and we collect them all at intactamerica.org.
Intactamerica.org. Might as well check it out if you're trying to make the decision whether or not to snip your child. Is that snip? Snip's the right.
Snip, yes.
Clip.
Makes me shudder.
I'm thinking like a t-shirt for like a onesie. It's like, keep your knives away from my junk.
Michael makes some interesting points.
Yes, he does. And in the interest of balance and fairness, next week we'll have an expert on to give us some of the reasons that are in favor of circumcising your son. One of the best dissuasions from circumcision ever on earth is a good square look at an immediately post-operative newborn baby boy.
Ouch.
Just staring at you angrily, red. I regretted my decision the instant I lay eyes on that angry little thing.
Then you had two. You did it twice.
And I did it again. I did it again. And you know, like he said, maybe the worst reason for appearances, I thought he should, you know, he'd want to look like his brother.
Yeah. You know, when we had our first child, just one boy so far, I went ahead and did, you know, when in Rome, do as the Romans. Like father, like son.
You've got one on the way.
Yeah.
Congratulations. How about that? You gonna circumcise that boy?
Opinions on the issue tend to cut very hard one way or the other. So I haven't completely decided, but before he gets here, we'll decide.
I think that's a great idea. You definitely need to make your decision, you know, in discussions with your wife early on. Don't let that happen to you. Don't let it sneak up on you.
Yeah.
So I know there are lots of opinions on this subject. Please join the conversation at DadLabs.com. We've got a circumcision decision discussion thread there. We want you to jump in, have your opinions, and sound off.
I'd like to thank our sponsor, Baby Bjorn. Designed with the dad in mind. Baby Bjorn.
Yeah, well, we'll see you next time. We'll also see you on DadLabs.com. And next week, more Circumcision Pro.
So it's not cold in here. How come you're wearing a sweater?
Oh, well, it's for demonstration purposes. We can't really show you pictures of babies' parts. So, you know, we do a little simulation, you know, how the Foreskin rolls over and back like that. And then if that's not good enough, we just invite them to play with this for a while. See the rolling action? Keeps folding over itself. That's kind of how a foreskin works.
Dude's cardigan is a foreskin. I mean, seriously. I'm never gonna look at cable knit the same way ever again. You wouldn't cut your sweater. Would you? So why your baby's penis?